university recognises outstanding individuals who have contributed to society and their professions. We do this by the giving of honorary awards. Today, I'm delighted to say that we are honouring one such individual. Vice-Chancellor, it was unanimously resolved by the Senate and the Council of the University to confer an honorary degree upon Joanne Quinton-Tulloch. Professor Alistair Goldman, Director of Local Activity Partnerships, will present the candidate.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests and graduates, I'm delighted to be speaking this afternoon on behalf of the University to welcome Joanne Quinton-Tulloch as one of our newest honorary graduates. Jo is currently the Director of the city's landmark National Science and Media Museum, which is part of the Science Museum Group established by Act of Parliament, a real national treasure here in Bradford. After her being awarded a first degree in biological sciences and a graduate Master of Science degree in science communication, Jo began her work in the museum sector in 1993. She firstly joined the Science Museum in London as an explainer, and by 2000 she moved to Cornwall in a big leap to deliver a brand new museum, the National Maritime Museum in Cornwall, which opened in 2002. Shortly after this, in 2004, she followed her passion for real science, returning to the Science Museum in a leadership role, where her work included development of award-winning Atmosphere Permanent Gallery and an associated climate changing programme, communicating to the general public issues that are critical to people now and will be for future generations to come. The University and the National Science and Media Museum have a long history of working together in science, technology, engineering and maths, otherwise known as STEM. This education and activities, more recently, Jo has pushed the expansion of STEM into STEAM, with the A standing for arts. Our partnership with the museum has shared values with a vision statement enabling us to work together on a range of events and activities. These include the British Science Festival, Café Scientifique, the Lates programme, half-term activities, British Science Week activities, Bradford Science Festival, early career researcher placements through the DeVito project, and volunteering opportunities for students at the museum. So both our university staff and students are supporting the delivery of public activities. Throughout her career, Jo has delivered world-class programmes and exhibitions in the UK, ranging from small temporary displays to multi-million-pound award-winning permanent galleries. When Jo moved to Bradford in 2012, she had the task of revisioning what was then named the National Media Museum, later becoming the National Science and Media Museum. Her focus has been to forge new and sustainable partnerships across the city and region, which reposition the museum as a centre for excellence in STEM, or STEAM, learning, exploring new ways to work with local communities. She believes strongly that museums have a key role to play with communities. Not only do they preserve and conserve cultural heritage, but they offer opportunities for people to inquire and learn, share, and to be inspired. Jo was appointed Museum Director the year following her arrival in 2013. Under her leadership, the museum has introduced exhibitions and events that have become key features in both the museum's and Bradford's public-facing calendar, including the annual Bradford Science Festival, the Lates programme, and the Wonder Lab Interactive Gallery. The museum teams have developed many high-profile exhibitions, making important subjects exciting and relevant. Recently, the museum delivered Top Secret for Ciphers to Cyber Security, created with expert advisors from the UK Intelligence, Security and Cyber Agency, GCHQ. Right now, the museum is undertaking an ambitious multi-million-pound sound and vision project, having secured significant funding from the National Lottery Heritage Fund. This will deliver 2 new permanent galleries that will showcase the museum's world-class collections, creating new and inspiring spaces with the community at their heart. The project will also deliver a new lift as well as a transformed entrance and welcome space. Jo is a Fellow of the Royal Society of Arts and a board member of the UK Association of Science and Discovery Centres, the National Coal Mining Museum for England ex officio, and she is an advisory board member for the National Science Video Game Museum. As a committed supporter of the city, she also sat on the steering group for Bradford City of Culture 2025 bid, and the museum continues to work closely with the City of Culture team to deliver a number of key projects for 2025. Jo continues to direct her passion, expertise and influence towards making a difference locally, regionally and nationally. She knows and presses the wide understanding that we need a scientifically confident and literate society, breaking down the barriers between people and elite scientists to help everyone progress in society, maximising opportunities for all. She's a wonderful role model. As a female in STEM, she is an excellent ambassador for the city, renowned for her engagement in science. These attributes make Jo an outstanding inspiration and advocate for everyone at the university, and her commitment to engagement with science and the partnership with the university will continue to impact on our strategic objectives of widening participation, engaging communities, delivering mutually beneficial partnerships, and enhancing our students' experience through volunteering opportunities. Vice-Chancellor, for her outstanding technical contributions to the promotion and inclusivity of science, and her vision and determination to influence and encourage wider and more diverse engagement, I have the great pleasure in presenting to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Joanne Quinton-Tulloch.
Congratulations. By the authority vested in me, I admit you, Joanne Quinton-Tulloch, to the degree of Doctor of the University of Bradford. Congratulations and thank you for accepting.
Good afternoon, Vice-Chancellor, fellow graduates, guests. It is an absolute pleasure to be here today to receive this award and to share such an important day here with all of the graduating students. Today's a milestone for so many of you in the audience. We're here to recognise the hard work and dedication that you have shown and the success that comes from this. And I'm so pleased to be able to be here and share this with you. I'd firstly like to thank the University of Bradford for bestowing this award on me. It was completely unexpected, and I feel very honoured to be recognised in this way, so thank you. And I'd like to pay tribute to this outstanding institution. It is a cornerstone of this city. Of course, the primary focus of any university is to ensure excellent education and support for all of its students and staff. However, the University of Bradford is much more than that. It plays a very important civic role in Bradford, supporting and influencing organisations, businesses and people to reach beyond the direct work of education and research. I have the utmost admiration for the leadership team here, who evidently recognise the role that the university can play to enrich local cultural life. This university is critical to the economic, social, cultural and environmental well-being in Bradford and the region. And that makes me even more proud to be the recipient of an honorary award from this university. I'd like to congratulate all my fellow graduates who are celebrating their achievements today. I pay tribute to you all, to your families and to your friends, and to everyone who has played a part in supporting you on your journey to receive your awards today. Time spent as a student at university is a real privilege. You will have made new friends, had experiences you could never have imagined, explored new ideas, pushed boundaries, probably stepped outside your comfort zones at times, challenged yourselves on what you thought you could achieve. You should all be hugely proud. Success takes commitment and perseverance. So very many congratulations, and I really hope you enjoy celebrating your achievements today. I'm truly humbled to be here. Although I have a degree and a master's, I'm not an academic. If I'm asked to define what I do, I usually say I'm a communicator. As you've heard, my first degree was in biological science, and I've always been fascinated by science. But for me, that didn't translate into a career doing research or working in a lab. If I'm honest, I found the repetitive nature of lab work kind of too repetitive and also quite specialised. I was always interested in the bigger picture and how science impacts on our lives every day. When I graduated, I didn't know what I was going to do with my degree, and I never expected to end up working as a director of a National Science and Media Museum. But what has always been important to me is sharing and inspiring people about science and its impact. Many of you will go on to be hugely successful researchers and innovators, tackling some of the very significant challenges that the world faces over the coming decades, and helping to find solutions to ensure a sustainable, equitable world for everyone in the future. Your ideas, your research, your resolve and commitment will be major pillars to your success. But another critical aspect to your success is communication. I did my master's in science communication, and that course was created at a time back in the 1990s when there was a gulf between science and how it was understood by most of the public. Scientists were often stereotyped as eccentric, bearded men in white coats, and there were shockingly low numbers of women in science, and sadly that has only slightly changed. The main way that most of the public got to hear about science was through journalists who did their best, but usually didn't understand the science. Consequently, they often provided poor information or even inaccurate information. Now, thankfully, we've come a long way, and now there are many scientists who are recognisable communicators. Brian Cox, Jim Al-Khalili, Alice Roberts, Maggie Aderin-Pocock, just to name a few. And they're all helping to popularise and communicate science. But why does it matter? It matters because people influence policymakers, and they in turn influence the funding and support for research. It matters because science is a powerful tool for understanding the world around us. It gives people the confidence to question and make informed decisions. An understanding of science and its applications helps to build public trust in the work of scientists. Almost every aspect of our lives involves science and technology. It's important that we have meaningful dialogue about the future of our world, even if we disagree or have a different perspective. We must be able to share our views with others so that we can have constructive discussions. So I recommend that you spend time making the work that you do accessible to as many people as possible. Talk about it with your friends, share it outside of work. I guarantee people will be interested. It all builds towards a scientifically literate population, with people who are interested, informed, and empowered to make the right decisions for a sustainable world for everyone. I wish you all the very best in your careers. Take forward your ideas and passions and share them, because you are the people who are creating our futures. Thank you.